Happy Facebook Friday.
We're here again.
Yeah, last day of October, too.
September.
Oh, for God's sake. Almost the first part of October.
That's funny. It's only September. I know it felt like October.
It does, actually. It's just that it's so beautiful out. And
Today
I always
it is,
think of
yeah.
October here as being really sunny.
Yeah.
Well, there goes that thought.
Yeah. But September, you know, it was cool enough that it felt the end of October. But except for today.
Thanks for making me feel better.
Except for today. Today it feels warm.
Anyway, so really, really great to see you all.
Absolutely.
It looks like there's a whole bunch of people already joining.
Yes.
We found over the last couple of times that we simply can't keep up with all your names coming in.
Yes.
So even though we'd love to say all your names as you come in, until you are in the group and you're answering questions, we'll probably just say a blanket hello to everyone. We're just thrilled that you're here. And those of you who come late, you know, if you're watching this replay, if you come in late, again, welcome. You know, you can come in anytime, leave anytime.
Absolutely.
We'd just like to have you here.
That's right. The more, the merrier.
Exactly. So it looks like the mystery Halloween bookmark sampler, whatever, is going great guns.
Absolutely. Some wonderful, wonderful bookmarks happening.
I'll say, I'm actually getting a little bit ticked off because they're way better than I could have thought of.
Like, how dare these people design their own thing?
And so beautifully.
So beautifully. Putting us out of business.
I just love it that all of you have just gone out on limbs all over the place. You put in your own things.
Yeah.
You've used your own colors. It's just exciting.
Absolutely.
And really, I was being silly when I said that I was ticked off. I was not ticked off at all.
No, we're super impressed, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of talent in this group.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
It's just amazing. The color choices and
and some are wild, some are happy, some are, you know, a little bit darker and kind of creepy.
Yeah.
It's just great.
It's wonderful.
What I have done this morning, I took a little bit of time doing this. I spent some time because I download all the latest versions of your bookmark, which you may not know.
Right.
I have a folder with all of your bookmark pictures in them, but they're, you know, kind of as soon as you have the latest rendition, I overwrite it. So I have one for everybody now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all of those photographs will, again, be upgraded this coming week, hopefully. And this is not a race or anything like that. We'll probably keep going after this week, but this coming week is the last week before the deadline.
Exactly.
So if you can finish it before the deadline, it would be so awesome. And if you can't, just carry on as though it was a stitch along afterwards.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't want people to feel all pressured. And,
that's right.
You know,
that they have to finish by the end of the week.
No,
Yeah.
Just carry on and have a wonderful time. And if you're doing other things now,
exactly,
then, you know, you're still participating, just not during our official time.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah. Thanks, Donna. I'm glad to be back too. Yeah.
Yes. How are you feeling today?
You know, every day is a bit better. I'm not a sick person. I'm not a patient. You know, I just not patient at all. I figured that I should be fine last week. So it's hanging on longer than what I thought. My voice is still not quite normal, but hey,
that's okay. None of us are all quite normal.
No, this is true. That's a whole different other story.
2 weeks you were really under the weather.
2 weeks, yeah. It's been going on like crazy. But anyways, I'm getting much better. Thanks very much.
Yeah, and actually, Lisa's very rarely sick, and this was a real flu. It wasn't a cold.
Yeah,
it was a flu with a cough and everything. It was a thing.
Yeah.
But she was at home last week, so those of you who were here last week, you know now that it's taken this long, really, for her to feel well enough to come on board.
Absolutely, yeah. And
although you've been here working like crazy.
I've worked all week, but, you know, a couple of those days, it's like, oh, my God. It was all I could do to make it through the whole day.
And, you know, it's my fault for asking her to come, you know, because I said, I just can't do it without you, you know.
Yeah.
And then she's just, slaved and worked.
Exactly. Yes.
And I made her do that
Yeah.
with a whip over. No.
Like, what a boss. Excuse me for a moment, though. I'm just going to step away for a minute.
She's going to go and have a little cough, which is important, when you're feeling a little bit better, but you're also just recovering, right? And I think if you were on radio, that's exactly what would happen if you go out of the sound booth and do your
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
you come back.
I'm back now.
That's really nice. I'm really glad you're back. And
I'm glad I'm back, too.
Glad you were back this last week, I'll tell you.
It was good to be back into normal work week.
Exactly.
Yeah. And, my brain is actually functioning. So, hey, this is
Oh, is
always
it?
a good thing.
Is it?
Well, better than what it was. So,
Are you caught up by any chance?
Am I caught up? Pretty much.
We had a lot of orders come in almost the same time as Lisa was not feeling well. So, and Kathleen was away. So even though I tried, I really didn't do a very good job getting everybody's order out on time. So we hope that you are patient if you're one of the people who have ordered in the meantime.
Exactly. And it took me longer than usual to package orders because I triple checked them just to make sure that I was putting everything in.
Because of your brain, right?
That's right. Exactly. It's like, okay, put it out here. Yep. Check it again before it goes in the box. Make sure it's all good to go. So,
well, it looks like, as Barbara Renault says, love it, can't wait for the final installment. I think you're not alone,
That's
Barbara.
right, absolutely. They're very excited about completing their bookmark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I do have it already. So if you want, you can kind of see the pattern really quickly.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, at the bottom, there is some Hardanger. Okay, so beware.
Yes.
Those of you who don't want to do any more cluster blocks or want to fill in that section with your own invention, feel totally free. Or do the cluster blocks, nothing wrong with the cluster blocks, and then don't do the cutting if you feel very scared to do cutting.
Yes.
But remember, I'm going to put up some videos that'll be pretty applicable to this part of the design, even though they're about a different design.
Yes. Yeah.
It'll show you how to make the cluster blocks so you can cut in them. And it'll also show you weaving and dove's eyes and Algerian eyelets.
Yes.
So all four will be in your video folder. And I could even send you a link to each one of them on our YouTube video.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just going to say, if you don't see them on the Facebook video folder, they're also on the YouTube channel as well.
That's right. And we have our animations on our website.
Yes,
so,
which are awesome.
I think they're called Stitch Animations.
Stitch Animations.
Yep.
And they're wonderful for, our webmaster who did them has no stitching experience whatsoever, but they're perfect.
We told him what to do.
Yes.
Like, okay, the needle goes here, and then it comes up there.
Yeah.
We had quite a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And they're very well done. So,
it's really fun. So I had some things that I wanted to talk about.
You do, yeah.
Yeah, just those of you who have come in and we're used to saying hello to everyone individually. We're kind of slowing down on that because last time I was by myself and I realized it took almost the entire time that we were chatting
to say hi to everybody.
To everyone individually.
Yeah.
But we see you, right? Because we can see, like, for instance, Pat Wafer is waving from Cloudy Overcast Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
So we are waving back.
Yeah. And Melanie says you're a tease. But yes, that's right. Exactly. That's how we keep your interest going. So.
It's all our dastardly plan.
Exactly, that's right.
What I wanted to talk about was two things, actually, if we're talking about the bookmark. What is it that inspires you and us, and me, to decide on the colors that you are going to use? I'd love to hear some of your answers to that. Because I know I have my interests and my color preferences, for instance. And
absolutely.
I try to kind of make a variety of different colors so they'll appeal to different people, because color is a really personal, kind of emotional thing.
Yes.
And I was wondering, what about you? What would you choose for color combinations for this bookmark, which you didn't have a chance to do?
I didn't have a chance to do, but I have been thinking about it. So, I think I would definitely stick with the fall colors, like oranges, rusts, brown, greens, those are
Would
the
you make
type
it more
colors.
subtle, or would you make it very, very bright, or what do you
I
think you
would
might
probably
do?
be middle of the road. You know, that's some bright and some subtle.
So
and,
would
you know,
it make it difficult for you? Like, where do you get your color ideas from?
I just, you know, am drawn to, certain colors like we
Yeah,
all
yeah,
are.
yeah.
So, it's
You're not quite sure where you draw them from.
no,
Like,
exactly.
do you think of your house decor, or do you think about your the outside and the
Probably the outside
Yeah?
would be more where I would be drawing the colors from this type,
and
any
this-
time
and
of
this-
year actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of appeals, because I know that
Absolutely.
I draw a lot of colors from flowers, for instance.
Yeah,
And there is so
From
many
nature.
different greens, right?
Mhm,
For instance,
mhm.
I don't know about you guys, but greens, like you could, you know how the Eskimo have 100 different words for snow? Well, we should have 100 different words for green on the West Coast
Absolutely,
here, because
yes.
there's so many
Yeah,
greens.
yeah,
You look out
that's
the
right.
window and it's all green,
all green.
but all different colors
Yeah.
of green.
Yeah, all shades and
So what about Margaret Bauer? You didn't miss the bookmark. It's going to come to you.
yeah, exactly.
It's going to come to you. You're going to be able to download it soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah.
I know you want to see it, so I'll just bring it up right away.
There. And Lorraine said the same thing, and Lorraine's still up. So morning, Lorraine, or middle of the night,
here. How
Lorraine.
wonderful. So is there anybody that's got some other ideas? Like, you've all been doing this bookmark, right?
Yeah.
So when you thought about it, is it somewhere in your head? Do you compare it with the outdoors or things that you have seen before about Halloween? Like, where do you get your inspiration for what you chose for your colors and even for some of your motifs? It would
Absolutely.
be really interesting to know.
Yeah.
Because one lady who has been part of our group for quite a while, her name is Grace Pearl Lilly,
Yeah.
lives in Australia, and she has a festival coming up soon. I think it's an Australian holiday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so she didn't make it with the fall colors.
No.
In fact, hers are spring colors.
Yeah.
And so, that's where she drew her inspiration from. So it would be really nice. I think Donna Granger, the one that we've got the picture up on the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah. Yeah.
I took that picture again because, Donna, it was so nice to see them all in a row.
All the different motifs she's used.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And all of the variation, not just of color, but also of specialty stitches.
Yes.
You're substituting some of the ones I put in and put your own in.
Mhm.
Which is awesome. Anyway, seeing that all together gives you an idea that even though Donna's colors are pretty much Donna's colors,
Yeah.
like all the
Yeah.
way across,
Yeah.
there hasn't been one that she's made really dark or
No.
really light.
No.
They're all Donna's colors is how
Yeah.
I see them now.
Absolutely.
And so I was wondering if Donna could tell us where she got her inspiration from. I have a feeling it might be her grandkids.
Well, that could be, yeah, because they're all for our grandkids. Aren't
That's right.
they?
That's
So,
right.
Yeah.
So how are you doing? Are you able to keep up?
I am, but slowly.
Oh, it looks like
There we
Kathy
go.
Bird started with the pumpkins already,
yeah, yeah.
which is awesome.
So
Lorraine
that's how
says-
she got started with her colors, were the pumpkins.
Oh, okay,
So,
that's possible.
yeah.
Unless she's working on the pumpkins, because she wasn't working on the last picture.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see any pumpkins yet.
Oh.
So Lorraine says I got my colors from my stash, and most of my stash is from Thea Dewick.
And it's the leftovers from the project, which is a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really great. I
Yeah.
think that's quite funny. That puts the onus right back on me.
So whatever colors you use.
No fair. I
That's
want to know
right.
what you got, where you are at. So it's really interesting, actually, to see that. I think you might have to scroll.
I'm trying to do that. So
It's
here,
not, yeah, I'll try a
No,
little bit
you
too,
try to.
because really we have a hard time.
exactly.
You have to put your little thing
I had tried.
cursor like
honestly.
on this and then scroll.
Okay.
I've tried that. Is another alternative way of doing it. It looks like Barbara says I have a hard time with oranges and yellows. Good.
Yeah.
So learning to use those with my favorites, purple and green,
Yeah.
was a fun challenge. Also, she's not particularly fond of Halloween, so I learned how to take what I love in colors and make it work.
Good for you. Yeah.
That's really interesting because you took some from Halloween colors and some you tried to challenge yourself to
Yeah.
use. That's really interesting because I've done that too.
Absolutely.
You've seen me do that.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
like certain colors either. And then when I started using them, I don't know why I don't like
Yeah.
them. They're fine. So it looks like Marty's here. That's good. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's see what
Yeah.
else someone says. Good morning to everyone who has arrived since we started. Just so you know,
Exactly.
we're not, saying everyone's name unless you're answering questions, which is great. So Patricia McKenzie says, what is she saying? Halloween colors, orange and black plus autumn. So I found a variegated with fall colors and matched single colors to it. So Tricia did a really good job, and she used one variegated and then used other solid colors
to go with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then she also added purple, which wasn't in the variegated, as that seems to be one of the usual colors you see with Halloween. There you go. That's not boring at all. It's
Very
in fact,
true.
very systematic and a great way to make sure that your entire piece is consistent.
Yeah, absolutely.
That all the colors are represented in the little piece.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And why don't you talk about what Tammy's saying?
Well, Tammi said she went with Halloween and fall colors, and then saw what she had in her threads and fabric stash, and then the Threadwork fall colors helped her pick some of the other colors.
That's again the same thing. So you're using overdyes.
Exactly, as your base, and then matching the colors as close as you can.
Exactly. I think that's such a great idea.
Yeah.
Melanie says, my favorite Halloween colors are chartreuse. Oh yeah, that I think
bright
it's in
green.
Here somewhere. Here it's, I think, well, no, that's just yellow.
That's not it. It's kind of,
It's a greeny yellow, I think.
Yeah.
Orange and purple, leaning towards the brighter tones. Yes, I noticed that in your beautiful bookmark. I have a lot of thread gatherer silks, and actually a thread gatherer has cotton, not silks, but I think, they have silks too. That's right. Sorry. Which have some great color combos, and then I pull solids to match those. Those of you who are kind of feeling a little bit out of your depth with choosing colors, these 3 or 4 people now in a row have said almost the same kinds of things.
Absolutely. Start with your variegated.
Variegated that reminds you of the theme of the piece.
Yes.
And then, you can even match them very carefully with thread on thread, right?
Yeah.
You can take portions of your variegated and find that color and use that color, and you're pretty safe when you do that.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Oh, not kids. Okay. Tablet changing my words. Yeah, I know what you mean.
They do that.
And Patricia at J. St. Clair had a lot of autumn colors in her stash already, so that was nice.
Yeah.
Donna Granger said, go ahead. Why don't you talk about Donna?
Well, Donna, being she's doing 4 of them for her grandkids, that she based her colors for each bookmark upon her grandchildren's personalities. So that makes sense.
That's a great idea. Just autumn, not Halloween, right? Oh, E wanted autumn, not Halloween. I think that's what, Evan? I don't know your names
and
very
then
well.
Dylan is wild, so he wanted wilder colors, and David likes green, and then Donovan is dramatic, so more dark. So
it's just awesome that you fitted it to their colors,
to their personalities. Yeah.
So keep that in mind too. I mean, that's not something that we can do here. We have to please many people.
Absolutely.
So we have no personalities to aim for. But if you have an idea that you're going to give this to somebody else, and those people, for instance, in a wedding, would really like to have, dark red somewhere in your piece because it reminds them.
Yeah.
They love that color. Then change one of the colors that you already have that I've designed, and change that color and maybe a few others to suit people. Hello, Kenneth. How are you?
Yeah.
You're an awesome person too. I'm so glad you like the design. That's great. Well, thank you for all your answers. I hope that the answers to those questions have helped newbies.
Absolutely.
When they're going, what color do I choose?
What color should we choose? Yes.
So, and those of you who are very new and you're not aware of over dyes, there's some in DMC. There's some in Weeks Dye Works. There's
absolutely. Gentle Art. Gloriana.
Right.
Karen Collection.
Yeah, which is water lilies would probably be the ones, and also some pearl cottons.
Yeah, Thread Gatherer,
like you said. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Needlepoint Ink, I think, also has some variegated.
Overdyes.
Yeah.
There's a difference between variegated and overdyed. The variegated is done by, I believe, this is my guess, is that it's done by machine.
Yes. At certain intervals.
Exactly. Whereas overdyed are literally dyed and dyed again and dyed again. And so they start with probably the lightest, and then they over dye that lightest with another color.
Another color, yeah.
And that's done by hand by, just a few people really well.
Absolutely, yes.
We've really loved our Gloriana threads.
Absolutely, yes.
They have very short repeats.
Yes.
So it's really nice for small places so that you get a variation, even if you've been stitching for only a very short time.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones, like I think it was Needle Necessities, they have cottons that are variegated, not over dyed, and their repeats are really long, so you're still stitching with the same color.
You don't have much change happening when you're stitching with that.
Yeah.
They're no longer in business. So
no, that's true.
Yeah.
But when they were.
Yeah, when they were, that's what they did. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So all the other things that I might just mention is about the bookmark. We've got a number of Hardanger kinds of things. Hi, Rita Weinberg.
Yeah.
Better late than never is right. And the fact that we have Hardanger at the bottom, I'm going to show it one more time. There. Okay, now you saw a little longer. Because there's Hardanger at the bottom, and those of you who are not that familiar with Hardanger, we mentioned earlier that you might go to our YouTube website, and I am going to put some links in to the group so that you can either find them in the Facebook group, in the videos album, in the photo albums, or you might just directly go to our YouTube group. Now, in our YouTube channel, we have a design that I made for beginners. And this beginner design has a heart shape kind of filling. It's not quite the same as the one that's at the bottom of the bookmark. But this pillow represents 1, 2, 3, 4 different kinds of filling stitches. Okay, like the dove's eyelet. What else do we have in there?
Square fillet.
Square fillet.
We've got woven bars, wrap bars with dove's eyes, and then we've got square fillets with wrapped and woven bars. So
those are various different weaving and various different, like 2 different it's kind of like a filling stitch is what it's called. It goes in the middle of of a square to make a cute little pattern. Anyway, this pattern, and you can also have, along with the pattern, there is the ability to make another little pillow to go with it.
Yes.
And the materials, not the finishing materials, but the linen and the threads. We have all of that student kit for beginner Hardanger and it's called what? Intro to Hardanger.
Yes, that's correct.
And it's on our website. That Intro to Hardanger student kit is on our website under student kits.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. And that goes along with all the instructions that you would see on our YouTube channel for the exact same course. Okay, it's like beginner Hardanger or Intro to Hardanger, and you'll see it. You can follow along with this course, which is a horizontal band across the YouTube channel, and you just click on the first one, and it will tell you how to make the cluster box. And the second one, and it will tell you how to do the cutting and the etc.
Yes.
So not only is that really a full course by itself, but we do have the kit available for you to buy as well, in case you don't have the materials.
Yes, yes.
I did want to mention that because it's kind of a wonderful thing to be able to do. It's also lovely when you can do it because my patterns almost always have some Hardanger in them.
Yes.
It's just, my thing.
It's fun to do. Hardanger is fun to do.
It really is. It's not nearly as difficult as people think.
It's not. No.
But I think one of the most difficult things is doing the cutting.
Absolutely.
And I show that exactly on the video.
Yeah.
Really exactly.
And you also show how to do repairs if you do cut wrong. There's always a fix.
Exactly. So you can always fix things with your fabric threads and weaving them in and all like that. So I think the best thing to do is to start on a kind of like a doodle cloth.
Absolutely.
So that you're not ruining anything else. And then you get the feel of it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, I want to encourage new people.
Yep.
So the last thing I was going to talk about, and it is the last thing, is are you a dog or a cat person?
Well, I'm now a dog person, but I used to be a cat person. I have 2 dogs.
And are you
they're
like
my
also-
babies.
Are you also a cat person still?
I don't have cats
No,
at the
but
moment.
would you be one if you had one?
Yeah, I like cats. I mean, one thing about cats is they don't really need any attention,
That's true, right?
whereas dogs need constant attention. So, especially my two dogs. But
I think overall I'd be more inclined towards being a cat
person?
person for that
Yeah.
reason.
yeah,
I
that's
find
right.
the amount of attention a dog needs is a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah, dogs require a lot of
Mhm.
attention. They're pack animals, so they like to constantly be, petted and
Mhm.
Be with you all the time. And
Well, we've talked about Lisa's dogs before. They're Australian cattle dogs?
they're Australian shepherds.
Shepherd dogs.
That was my dog before, was a cattle dog.
sorry.
But yes, I have shepherds now. So
So you like Australian dogs?
I like Australian dogs. Yes.
I wonder why. Anyway, so
Oh,
I
they're
also
smart.
oh, is that right?
Yeah, both breeds are very smart.
Smarter
so-
than you, maybe? Or?
Yes, it depends on the day, actually, but they're pretty smart and energetic.
They are.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The reason that I was asking isn't so much because, well, I had a dog too. I had a Doberman Pinscher, and it was actually my ex-husband brought it home. It was purebred, but it was really a wimpy dog. And so it wasn't like it didn't have its ears pricked or anything like that. I didn't have them docked, the tail. Oh yeah, the tail was docked, but that's all. Anyway, his name was Rudy, a very good German name. And Rudy was around for about 12 years, something like that. And I really grew attached to him, but I found him a pain,
Yeah.
like always underfoot. And I like to go quickly, right? So I like to do things and walk around, and he was always at my feet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd be a cat person. But anyway, the reason I'm asking is because I'm making a dog sampler, a sampler for people who own dogs, and to express your love for your dog. But I'm not going to be able to put in all
All the breeds.
500 breeds or how many there are in the dog world. And so I was just wondering if those of you who do have dogs, what would you like me to include in a dog sampler? If you have a phrase that you happen to like, or a quote, or a verse of 2 or 3 or 4 lines would be best.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or if you have any ideas as to a scene that you'd like to see. I was thinking of a dog park,
Yeah.
a scene
Yeah.
with a dog park.
Yeah.
I already have the header.
You do.
I
Yes.
do, and it looks really cute.
It
Bunch of
does.
dogs just sitting there.
Yeah.
Actually, I should have some of them panting because that would be really cute.
Yes.
And then, of course, there will be specialty stitches, etc., around them. So if you have any suggestions at all, the last time I asked for suggestions for my now called the design group,
Yes.
you guys are so helpful. So, and I found the best way to ask is just like, I don't know how to approach the sampler. Really, I've got some ideas, but maybe they can change, or you can augment those ideas for me. And understand that I can't put your dog in this sampler.
Yes.
Okay. They're all kind of
It'll be
looking.
generic.
They'll be generic. They'll have
Generic
various
dogs.
sizes, various colors.
Exactly.
But they can't, especially make your dog, right? They're going to look a little bit like rescue dogs.
Yeah.
Really, not maybe rescue dog is the wrong word, but they're the kind of dogs that if you go to the SPCA, there's your favorite dog
Yeah.
sitting right there for you. Anyway, it looks like Jean says that she needs better. Petra's here too.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She says, I think this is the website link. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's for the student kit. Thank
Yes.
you, Petra. That was really sweet of you.
And she also put the YouTube
And
channel.
the
too.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Petra's watching out for us today. Thanks, Pat.
Yeah, that's great. That's really
Yeah.
nice of you.
Yeah.
Everyone, make sure that you click on the channels and the student kit that Petra put the links in to the chat group. So go back and have a look later on. Yay, pet samplers. Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to do one dog sampler
Yeah, and then a cat sampler.
and then a cat sampler. That's why I was asking.
Yes.
And
Oh.
she just puts in her own poodles. I got it.
Thanks, Loretta.
You're not the only one that has poodles,
Yeah.
I've discovered.
Actually, poodles are pretty smart.
They're smart and
Yeah.
they're very popular
Yeah.
with people.
They are.
Oh, dog park
But-
is good.
Also, their fur doesn't cause allergies as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But Poodles. Yeah.
Says Tammy says her bird dog. She has a bird dog. Lots of attention. Yeah, those look great. Oh, and she'd like a dog sampler, please. Okay, well, coming right up. That's really nice. Well, as I said, Judy, I'm not putting in any specific dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, you can suggest all you like, but I'm going to have to put in the dogs that I could fit in.
Yeah.
And,
exactly.
If one looks a little bit like your black poodle, then all the better.
Yes.
And it looks like Loretta says our dog loved to play ball. Now that's a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in a park, fetching.
We could do fetching a ball or one of those round discs. What are they called?
Frisbees.
Frisbee.
Yeah. What's really funny is one of my dogs loves playing fetch. Will fetch anytime, anywhere, and he loves it.
Mm-hmm.
The other one could care less.
What does the other one do when you throw a ball or something?
He just looks at it.
He looks at it and looks at you and goes, "What?"
Yeah, give me attention instead, please. I don't want to chase that silly thing.
Is that the one that likes to eat the most too?
Yes.
Yeah.
He likes his food, and he likes to love.
It's way too much trouble.
Exactly. He likes to, what's really funny is when my sister comes over to visit, he wants to be on my lap. And he'll sit on my lap and he stares at her. And it's so funny. Whereas the other time, he might come on my lap every once in a while, but it seems every time my sister comes over, he wants to be on my lap.
Sounds like your sister is a threat to him.
I don't know. Either that or he's in love with her, and that's his best advantage point was to sit on my lap.
Well, Tammy says dogs on the couch, or I'm not sure what a new two is, but I bet you it's like a couch or a chair.
Yeah.
You know, that's a really good one because I think a lot of dog owners, even though they say they don't want their dogs on the couch, they let them on the couch.
I just cover the furniture with quilts and things like that.
Exactly.
There's no way keeping them off.
Then her Shih Tzu is a lap dog. So I need to have one on, like you just said too, your dog on your lap. So I either have a small dog on some laps or a big, or both.
Yeah.
In a theme. Okay, that would be cute. Thank you for that hint, Marty. That's wonderful. Happy it's Friday, but sad to see it end. Oh, yes, it was really great. But don't forget, it hasn't ended yet today. Yeah. We're ending next week because today is our last installment.
That's right, exactly.
Joy, so it's not the end.
You have another week.
Oh, Pat, that's lovely. Pets leave paw prints on our hearts forever.
Yeah.
That is that's really good sentiment.
Yeah,
love that.
Yeah.
And I've heard of a couple of other good sentiments.
Mm-hmm.
I could maybe put several sentiments
that
are unrelated. Maybe.
Absolutely. And just to match the scene above or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Chasing squirrels.
Chasing squirrels is a good one for sure. I was thinking of dogs at the beach. Does everybody have a beach they take their dog to? If a river beach or lake beach or beach?
Yeah. My dogs like swimming.
Do you go to the beach with your dogs?
I don't, but my husband does.
Kathy, it would be wonderful if you could customize the dogs to match your own dogs. And if that's possible, by all means, you guys have shown us so well how you can change little things in our samplers. Yeah. Right? That's what you've done. So like you say, Kathy, it's true that if it's a dog about your size, just change the coloring a little bit, maybe customize the outline a little bit, put a tail on it if there isn't one, or do a little bit of customization, and it goes a long way to putting your dog amongst the pack of dogs that we're going to be having in this sampler. Judy says, how about walking a dog? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now that's a good one because that's different than the dog park.
Absolutely.
They're not. They're not free.
No, they're not free. Mine's
a leash.
I've always got mine on leash,
mm-hmm.
and I never let them off the leash. My husband does, but I don't. One's a little cranky towards other dogs, so he's better under my control.
Exactly.
And so.
Petra says she can't think of any dog quotes. And somebody, we just got a dog quote up above you there, Petra. I like the saying, you can't buy love, but you can adopt it.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I like that very much. Hi, Sylvie.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. Yeah, the paw prints on the hearts.
That's a good one.
It definitely kind of gets you here. And really, those phrases, they have to mean something emotional.
Yeah.
Don't they? Because that's what dogs I remember dogs do that. They make you feel for them.
Absolutely.
And, it's about here you go. A dog makes your house your home. Maybe for a saying. Exactly. Yeah. Those are great. Be the person your dog thinks you are.
Yeah. Yes.
Actually, Melanie, I really like that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, getting some good ones, Petra. You're right. Jean, yes, I want a cat sampler too. But you know why I chose a dog first? Because I think it would be easier for me to make the cat sampler. I'm a little leaning towards cats.
The cat. So you're doing the dog first, and then
I want to be sure I get the dog right.
Otherwise, you might just do cats and say forget about the dog.
Exactly. That's so nice. Thank you all for helping. And if you can think of anything else, you've already thought of so much that I think my sampler is full.
Yes.
Really. And I really appreciate your help. I can't tell you how exciting it is to be able to talk things over with you. We often talk things over, and I say, well, what do you think? Do you think this would look good? And it's not so much that we have anything different. It's just that as soon as I start talking about it, I know
ideas come.
Ideas come.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. And, people have asked me before, where do you get your ideas, Thea? And it's very often I get my ideas from you. All of you.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, those ideas they're in the air. And of course, ideas are one thing. You have to be able to make them into reality.
Yeah.
So we can have all the ideas we want, but if we don't create the things with those ideas, they're just still in the air, right? So you have to have the ones that you can make.
Yeah.
And sometimes ideas, I can't make them.
Yeah.
Lisa comes up with hundreds of great ideas whenever we talk together. She's always saying, well, you could do it this way.
That's
and
right.
then I go, oh, why didn't I think of that? So thank you. Hours of the backyard to run. That's right. Oh, bird hunting, eh? I'm not much of a hunter, so I doubt whether I do the hunting thing on the dog sampler. I'm kind of a peaceful dog lover rather than a hunting one.
Yes.
I guess I just never really took to killing birds or animals or anything.
No.
I don't want to go fishing either.
Yeah.
Killing the fishies.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Tricia. Brainstorming. You got it. Some toys. That's a good idea, Tammi.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because dogs really like toys.
They
don't
do
they?
indeed. Well, my one does. The other one
doesn't.
Could care less.
Yeah, he's the one that likes to eat and hug.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Well, we have pretty much emptied my list. See, I have a list here, and that was all.
That was all on the list.
Mm-hmm. I had only a few things on there, but I really appreciate your help with all the things that you've come up with. Also, totally love your bookmarks.
Yes. Yeah,
well done. Each and every one of you. And I know that there's a bunch of people, there's 115, I believe.
Wow.
People who said they'd participate.
And some haven't.
And some have not, or they haven't yet.
Right.
They might download and print this one, and maybe in the future, suddenly there will be one that they've created, and then we'll just see it then, right?
Exactly. And it doesn't really matter how much you've stitched on it so far, just post a picture of it.
Yeah, whatever you post, whatever you've stitched on it.
Yeah.
And you could be stitching from here until the end of October, and all of those ones are we still want to see them.
Absolutely.
But meanwhile, those of you who are caught up and you've done your third section and you are now looking forward to finishing the bottom with the Hardanger or anything else you want to put in there, you're not limited, okay, by Hardanger. But if you are just going to finish it and you're ready, then post us a picture of the finished product, and we will reconvene next week, Friday, and we're going to go over each and every one of those.
Yes.
The ones that are finished are going to be highlighted. We are going to compliment you all, and we really want to congratulate those of you who are able to finish. By the way, if you haven't even started yet, you can still do the whole thing.
You can.
Really.
It wouldn't take you long to stitch this at all.
No, we kind of eked it out in dribs and drabs because we all have busy lives. But if you said, oh, I'm going to stitch for the next 2 days, I think you'd probably be close to finish.
Absolutely. I think you could probably do this over a weekend.
Yeah, just stitch like 12, 15 hours a day. No problem. Put everything on hold.
That actually sounds like a good idea this weekend.
It's a really nice idea.
I haven't done much stitching at all for a couple of weeks now. So
yeah. You haven't because you've been like sick.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
just haven't had the energy to do it.
Exactly. Ginger's here.
So, yeah.
Hi, Ginger.
Hi, Ginger.
Great to see you. Unfortunately, just at the end, but I'm glad
Absolutely.
you popped in.
Yes. Yeah.
And bonsoir, mesdames. Hello from France. Thank you. Sandrine, nice to meet you. I don't think I've met Sandrine
I
before.
don't.
This is your new.
Yeah, exactly. She's probably must be a new member.
Yeah, we try to recognize names, even
Absolutely.
though we don't see your faces.
Yes.
Of course, when I meet you in any other circumstance, I won't know you at all. Anyway, so goodbye for now. We hope that you have had a great day today. Oh, it looks like Ginger hasn't committed to the bookmark,
Yeah.
but she's hoping to get some materials. Good. Yeah, the birth sampler definitely comes first, or whatever
Absolutely.
you happen to be currently working on. And as I said, we're going to post the last part today. So by next Friday, anybody who's completely finished is going to get a great congratulations, hurrah, from us and all of us here at the Victoria Sampler chat group. So hopefully you'll be able to post a finished piece by next Friday. That's your deadline.
Yeah.
Hope you have a great week ahead, a wonderful weekend, and that you all stitch away merrily on your bookmark and any other stitching that you have in your hand in your living room,
Mm-hmm.
and that you don't get sick, and that you have great weather.
Exactly. Please don't get sick.
No, not fun.
Not fun at all. Yeah.
So do you want to do the honors?
I shall do the honors.
See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.